Welcome to this month's edition of the TPO Fly of the Month for December 2008. Last one of the year, guys. This one's been a killer recently. Been trying out some new colors beads, trying out fluorescent orange, because I noticed a lot of the European anglers use them. And I found them particularly effective on rainbow trout. So I call this fly the Firefly. So here we go. I'm going to put my fluorescent orange bead on the hook. Now the hook I'm going to use is a $24.99 size 14. The bead's going to be 2.8 millimeter. Matches up very well with this hook. Alright. Next thing, I'm going to put a little weight. I really like this flat lead wire by Jan Simon. Alan turned me on to this stuff. Leaves no gap, so it means I'm getting the most possible weight onto my hook with the least amount of mass. And if you look how thin that is. Keeps the profile thin, more natural, not building up bulk. I slide the weight behind the bead. It's also going to give me a little more weight, but it's also going to help to keep the bead in place. For my thread here, I'm going to use Ultra Thread UTC 70 brown olive. A couple really light wraps over the lead here, because this lead's really soft because it's all lead. There's no tin mixed in with it, so if you wrap too hard it's going to come out all over the place. Alright, next thing, this fly is not really too complicated. I'm going to tie in copper wire in small. Simple, just tie that in right behind the lead there. Okay, I'm going to wrap that down halfway down the hook bend right there. Now, the body of this fly is going to be pheasant tail. Nice and simple. No crazy new material. Something we've used for eons, it seems. Check the length of the tails. Alright, put that on the hook. Tie my pheasant tail in. It's just a couple wraps. Now I'm going to wrap back up right near the bead. The cat's not meowing today. Alright, so my test run on this fly. Pequest River, New Jersey has a lot of good size, stock of rainbows, which is what a lot of the fishermen in Europe, are good at catching, in addition to the grayling and some of the streams with good populations of wild brown trout. So I figured I'd make a few of these flies as an experiment, just to see if they were, quote unquote pulling our chain. And they weren't. Fish actually moved out of their way to take this fly, and these fish get pounded. You catch them, they have, sore lips, many hook sores, but still they move quite a distance to take a size 14 fly, which is very unusual for the water that I fished. Usually this is a place where guys use, size 18 to 24 midges, but, a fly that's, 4 times the size of that took a great number of fish that day. So right now we're looking at our fly. This is a real quick tie. Get the tail, the thorax, pheasant tail ribbed with just regular copper wire. I mean, you could use black wire, you can use different colors of pheasant tail. I'm going to make a couple thread wraps here. Alright, Tucker's showing up for the video. Alright, now, what's funny about this fly, and Davey and I spoke about it in great lengths, is these orange beads really aren't that effective on brown trout. And I kind of agree with that, because I've tried this at Spring Creek, a couple times. I tried it at the Little J, where I know there's a ton of holdover and wild brown trout, and I didn't get a touch. But the minute I switched to flies that, are more representative of what's in the stream, I did excellent. So this would lead me to believe that this is a fly anywhere where that there's a good population of rainbows, that this one should work. Now we're almost done with this fly. I'm using peacock ice dubbing for my thorax here. Alright, very simple. We're almost done here. It's a killer rainbow fly. And a lot of our streams here in the Northeast, that's what we have a lot of. So here I'm going to glue my thread. A couple more wraps. Going to whip finish. And there we go. There's the Firefly. In the round, looks the same from all angles. This is a killer fly. I suspect that it'll have its moments in dirty water situations on brown trout and brook trout possibly, but I can tell you it doesn't matter what the water clarity is, the rainbows can't stay off it. Have fun fishing this one, guys. And also it's funny when you show people you're catching fish on this thing, they look at you like you have, 3 heads, because it's not within the realm of the normal gold bead flies that everybody else uses. But have fun with it, guys.